Hello. How's everyone doing tonight? You might catch a little bit of an accent or a bye in this set I have here for you tonight. It's actually probably a bit foreign. I probably shouldn't integrate it as much into my vocabulary as I do. I'm from Nova Scotia. However, I get confused as a caper quite frequently. I actually grew up in the Annapolis Valley, and I did, however, have a Newfie mother. Now, I didn't realize that in my formative years, Mother was teaching me Newfoundlandese as opposed to English. In fact, it was in about grade primary when we started going through the basics, you know, the old ABCs and such, that I learned that it was, in fact, 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3. But I mean, I don't complain about it. I wouldn't say. I actually really appreciate having that as a part of me. It's definitely something that I bring up to my advantage time to time. Really helps in tricking people into thinking I'm a nicer fella than I am. But I actually spent 6 years living in Newfoundland, and that's where I started doing my career. So I'm a telephone, internet, and phone repair guy. You know, I tried to actually invite some of my cable guy colleagues out here tonight to watch along, because I was getting a bit, nervous. Now, as phone company employees, they gave me the enthusiastic and standard answer of, yes, absolutely, we'd love to be there. We'll see you between 8 to 10 here tonight. I had a little peek out here before the show started to see if I could notice any of their familiar faces to try and calm me down a little bit. Of course, I didn't see them anywhere, so I gave them a quick little shout. Now, after being put on hold for 20 minutes, of course, they did get back to me. And they said, well, we were there, didn't see ya. Check for the note. Right on. But it's actually interesting working 2 different provinces with this company. It's actually a lot more difficult to do the job in Newfoundland. Reason for that being, there's a serious lack of signage over there. In fact, most places didn't even have stoplights until probably the late 90s. So getting around is rather difficult. So I'll often have to give a customer a shout before I heads out. For example, I gave a customer a shout, and it was kind of difficult to understand where she was leading me. You see, they don't give you directions like we do here in Nova Scotia, by giving street addresses. They do it by telling you local landmarks and just assuming you know. So Mrs. gets on the phone with me and she says, yes, boy, so you hit that first dirt road there, go on down that till you pass the squid jigger, and then once you're down there, you know you've gone too far when you go past Terry Power's place there. You know Terry Power, right? So once you see his son's construction site, you know he's gone too far, so just spin right back around that road. You're going to come across 3 hills there. I'm on the 3rd one on the left. You'll see my wine-colored van there in the driveway. You can't miss it. Sure, you can't miss it, she said. Guess what I did? I missed it. But it's actually not a bad gig at all. I really do appreciate it quite a bit, except when customers confuse me for their repair guy, for their mover or maid. This seems to happen more frequently than I would like. Like, I had one guy, and he said to me, listen, buddy, I'm so sorry. If I knew you were coming at this time, I would have moved all that stuff out the way there for you, make it easier. As if I didn't read the ticket comment stating you wanted us here at exactly this time and this date. So, he says, just head down to the basement there. Don't mind, the laundry on the floor. Just wear your boots. You're not going to get any dirtier than it is. And there's probably only about 4 foot clearance there for yourself, so just mind your head. Now, when you get down there, the modem's going to be plain as sight right in front of you, right behind 3/4 wood. Just move anything you need, he says. You mean everything. Like, I had another customer, and God bless her, she tried to drum up a bit of sympathy out of me. She said, I'm so mortified about the mess. You'll have to forgive me. I just recently had a divorce. I mean, that's sad, but I had to think to myself, when was this, like 5 years ago? And I'm not trying to be judgmental here, folks. As somewhat of a slob myself, living in his own petri dish, I come from a certain point of understanding. As I looked out over the fauna growing on every surface that was facing the north there. I just happened to know how long it takes to grow that color mold as thick as moss. But it's especially fun being a millennial phone guy because, I mean, in this era, the only thing that stays the same is the fact it's all going to change for you. So I'm consistently handed new devices every day. Like I had a tablet in front of me that I'd never touched once before in my life, and I was trying to get into the network settings to get everything up and connected. And who do I notice in front of me but the customer's 5-year-old daughter? Arms crossed, toes a tapping, more PO'd that I didn't get the internet up in time than the parents are. So, of course, in all her angst, she grabs the device right from my hands, and like Hermione Granger there on Adderall, couple precision quick flicks of the wrist, and Wingardium Leviosa, it was up. But I get a real laugh seeing, and probably a sick laugh, seeing these youngsters out there trying to deal with the technology of my time. Like I saw a precious video recently, and I don't know if you've seen this, of a young girl trying to play Pokemon on her Game Boy Color. So she was trying with all her might, futile might, to enact touchscreen features that wouldn't be invented for another decade to get her Pikachu to use Thunderbolt. God bless her, because I can somewhat relate. In fact, I had a customer recently that I was out to fix his dial-up internet. I got it all fixed, sure enough, and the real embarrassing moment came when I asked for a pen so that I could write down his updated information. Well, after about probably longer than I'd like to admit of fiddling around with it, trying to click it or twist it to get the mechanism to close, as a millennial, I just, of course, gave up. So I handed it over to him, and he kind of had a quick look at me, and then a long laugh, and said, "Yeah, this is one of those old-fashioned ones." And he took the pen cap off the bottom. I put it on the top. I was mortified. I said to him, "Listen, our generation might come with a lot of bells and whistles, but we most certainly did not come with the Common Sense app." Hopefully in future updates. Guys, thank you very much. God bless. Have a great night.